come with a nice flat armature here, the trees. Well, let's make it a little more three-dimensional. So take the flat armature and just twist it around a little bit so it looks a little more three-dimensionally like a tree would look. What we want to do is take the sticky bond and paint it all over the structures of the limbs where you wish the foliage to stick to it. Now when it's white appearance like it is right now when it's wet, it's not very sticky. You do have to wait for it to dry a little bit. It takes about 15 minutes or so. So we'll paint this one up with the sticky bond, put it aside and paint the others, and really by the time you're done with the last one, your first one will already be dry and ready to go. There. Now that we've got them all painted with the sticky bond, take the clump foliage here, just kind of loosen it up a little bit, and to make a tree, just stick it down in there, swirl it around a little bit, and pull the tree out. Do a little pruning. Put this one down, make another one. I mean, really, you can make a whole forest in a matter of just a few minutes here. Now that we've got these trees done, let's set this aside. Let's make another type. And the polyfiber we were using earlier, you can make pine trees out of that. So let's pull a little bit of the fiber loose. What you want to do is roll it up a little bit so we get a peak on it. Fluff it out a little bit, and then get rid of some of this bulk. It's a little bit too tall. Now what you do is take our spray again and the forest green, spray it down a little bit, shake it all over it, and voila, you have an evergreen. We'll just make a few more here. There we go. While we're letting those dry, let's bring this back into play again. I think we're going to take and put a hole in here and show you how to mount one of the trees. Let's say right about here. Dig it around a little bit. Okay, leave that there so I know where it's at. I'll take a little bit of the project glue. I'll put just a little bit spot right there. And then take our tree and put it in the hole. And we'll put this one back here. And I think on this one we'll use the base. So you can do it both ways. Put a little bit of cement on it. Put him right here. The next thing we want to do is bring in some of these pine trees that we've made. Squish her right down in. Starting to look pretty good, like home sweet home now, isn't it? The only thing you have left to do now is to build yourself a background, and we'll get into that in a few minutes. Now that we have the diorama basically the way we want it, let's give it one more dimension using a backdrop in the Horizon kit. With all the colors, you can place it in place here, and as you see, it really encloses it. You can get a lot of stuff in here though. I think what I'll do is bring it down just a little bit down here and cut the edges off of it. That way it'll kind of open it up a little bit more. You won't feel too confined, but you'll have the whole horizon in there. That's looking pretty good now. And as you can see, now you can put on your sky up here, and we'll get onto that right now. I took the liberty to put the board up here so that you can see it when we paint it. So let's start first of all with the sky and just paint that blue first.
Papa Tom is using the Scene-A-Rama Horizon and Detail Kit for his paints. These paints have been tested and are compatible with all the Scene-A-Rama line of products, but any paints will do.
Next thing we want to do is paint the lower part here, the horizon itself.